My beloved child, I need you to pause right now and pay close attention to everything I say, because something very significant is happening. Someone whose soul touched your life once, even if only briefly, is in trouble. You might not realize it or feel the weight of what's happening, but I can see the bigger picture. I can see every aspect of your life and the lives of those around you. I need you to give me a moment so I can show you what is going to happen, my child. There are invisible ripples from your actions. You may not even be aware of how your actions have changed the lives of others, but sometimes a thoughtless utterance, a small deed, or even your silence can have a profound impact. Now, someone has been caught in that ripple. They had no idea this would happen, and it's not their fault, but the unseen connection between souls has put them in danger. Not because they were at fault, but because certain decisions you made in your life have had uncontrollable consequences. Pay close attention, my love. Time is running out, so I must tell you this truth, not to assign blame, but to help you see the reality that is developing. This person trusted you when they should have been more cautious. They opened their heart and stepped toward you with hope and faith when they should have kept their distance. They said things they should have kept to themselves, placed their trust where it was uncertain, and now they are facing unexpected consequences. You may ask, why am I telling you this? Because you have a part in this story, and I am aware that you are feeling this way. Oh, my dear, sometimes I don't let you see the full consequences of your actions right away, not because I want to hide anything, but because I know that when you are ready, you will know what to do. I know that you never meant to hurt anyone, and I also know that you will act as though you are the one I've chosen to bring about change in this situation, to correct what has gone wrong, and to be the light in a dark place you didn't even realize you had touched. Now is the time. I'm calling you to examine this closely. This is not the time to blame yourself, to drown in guilt or regret. I am not calling you to make you feel heavy, but to give you the chance to become an instrument of healing. I know that deep down, you long to do what is right, and I am here. Give your heart some time to think about relationships, conversations, and situations you've been through. Maybe someone left you in silence, carrying pain they couldn't express. Or maybe someone is still waiting for an explanation or a healing touch from you. I will never leave you on this path alone. When you feel scared, remember that I am your strength. When you are unsure of what to say, I will put words on your lips. When you feel like you can't make things right, I will remind you, leading you step by step to mend what has been broken. My child, come to me in silence. Listen for my voice in every beat of your heart, and let me show you who needs you and is waiting for a word and action from you. I am the God of restoration, of new beginnings, and I am inviting you to be a part of that work. What you need is a willing heart, one that is willing to listen, willing to change, and willing to love again. Do you know, my child? Through all of this, I am not only working in the other person's life, but I am also working in yours. Remember that every action you take matters, and it's never too late to start over. Kindness, forgiveness, and the strength of humility. These are the lessons you will learn. When you take the initiative to make amends, you will not only see the other person get better, but you will also feel free and relieved that you made the right decision. I will fill your heart with a peace that the world cannot provide, my dear child. I know that you have never wanted to hurt anyone, and I know that you never intend to put anyone in danger or cause others to falter or fail. I can see right into your heart. You attempt to live a moral life and show love to those around you. But in this life, there are things that are out of your control, unanticipated consequences from decisions, words, or even actions that you are unaware of. It's not because you meant harm to them. Rather, it's because every action you take, every door you open, and every word you speak has an impact on the world around you. You can't see the big picture, but I can see every little detail from start to finish, and now those consequences are exposed before me. You might believe that all interactions are brief and unremarkable, but keep in mind that every word you use and every action you take has the power to either build up or tear down, to heal or wound. Sometimes, even when you don't mean any harm, the ripples you create can affect people more deeply than you realize. The enemy sees the trap set before them. The enemy of souls is always waiting for the smallest opening to destroy peace, and the connections between people are always waiting for the slightest opening. It does not take a deliberate effort to cause harm to another person. All it takes is a moment of negligence, a fleeting moment when you fail to understand the consequences of your words or actions. The enemy takes advantage of that to sow division and pain. You were unaware that their foot had crossed the line when they entered dangerous territory, but I saw it happen. I saw that moment when they unknowingly, or in trust, entered a place they shouldn't have gone, and now they stand where darkness gathers and where invisible forces are lurking, where the enemy is waiting to attack. My darling child, now is not the time to be afraid, to wallow in regret, or to self-blame. I tell you this not to weigh you down, but to help you see your part and responsibility in this tale. You have the strength and the ability to make a decision that will change the course of events. I know that you are confused and full of questions, and you may be thinking, I did nothing wrong. My child, I know that you have a good heart and that you never meant to hurt anyone, but open your heart and listen to me. There are deeper things you are not yet aware of. Your words, deeds, and decisions are not insignificant. In the spiritual realm, every word you say and every action you take carry a great deal of weight. Each step you take is like a stone cast into still waters, creating ripples that spread far and wide. Those ripples do not fade away. They keep moving, touching other souls in ways your eyes cannot see, and your mind has never thought of. This is why I'm speaking to you now. Someone who has crossed paths with your life is in danger. They may not realize it, and maybe you don't fully understand either, but I see everything clearly, so you must not ignore this warning. You might be the only bridge, the last light that brings them out of the darkness. I don't put this burden on you to condemn you, but because I know you must change this. Life is not always as simple as black and white. You are the one who can make this right, my child. Sometimes our seemingly innocuous actions can have unexpected consequences. For example, you may have said something that unknowingly hurt someone, or you may have chosen a course of action that affected someone else's journey without realizing it. You don't have to feel guilty, but you must understand that every action has value and power. The enemy wants you to think that there is nothing you can do, that things are out of your control, and that it is too late to change things. They whisper in your ear that you are not strong enough, that you are not good enough, and that this is not your place. However, my dear child, do not listen to those words because they are utterly false. The enemy is aware of your power and is afraid the moment you realize it. I have given you a priceless gift, the ability to pray, the ability to intercede, and the power to stand between danger and protection. You are the shield, the solid wall that protects those who cannot see the battle taking place in the spiritual realm. They are unaware of the lurking dangers, but you know, and I am calling you to confront them. The enemy wants you to feel helpless, convincing you that silence and indifference are the safest options. I did not choose you because you are perfect. Rather, I chose you because you are willing. I see the desire in your heart to do what is right, and I know that you have the capacity to be an instrument of healing and deliverance. Remember that your prayer is the most powerful weapon. It is not the last resort when everything else fails. It is the first thing you should do. Act. Do not allow the enemy to deceive you into inaction, and do not allow doubt to paralyze you. Your line of defense is the key that allows me to act in the spiritual realm. When you pray, you are allowing me to step in and take action that you are unable to do on your own. All you have to do is speak, and I will move. You may feel insignificant in this big world. However, my child, do not undervalue the power I have given you. When you stand up and pray, you are allowing me to use you to drastically change the course of this moment. One person's sincere and unwavering faith can change an entire nation, let alone a particular situation in someone's life. There is a soul who is lost, confused, and unable to find a way out of their situation, my dear child. The person I am bringing to your heart is in a state of uncertainty, surrounded by nameless anxieties and fears. They feel as though everything is falling apart around them, and in that panic, they start making decisions out of deep fear rather than wisdom. You might not realize it at first, but they are listening to voices that do not originate from me. Those whispers are doubts. The enemy will win if you do not intervene, if you do not get up and lift your prayers to me, if you do not take hold of my promises and declare my authority over this situation. The enemy of the soul does not need a wide open door to act. All they need is a small crack, a moment of hesitation, a bit of indifference, and they will seize the opportunity. Insecurities creep into their minds, making them doubt their own value, my love, and even those around them. People will make mistakes that cause destruction and sorrow, but I did not call you to stand by and watch. I did not create you to keep quiet while darkness spreads. If you get up, if you seek me with all your heart, if you call on my name with unwavering faith, I will act. I will not only keep that person safe, but I will also teach you to walk with greater wisdom and help you understand the profound connection between your words, your actions, and their impact. This is an urgent moment, but it is also a moment of awakening. You are not called to be passive, nor are you allowed to stand by and watch spiritual battles unfold before your eyes. I did not create you to remain idle. I will show you the power your presence brings to the lives of others. You are not just an individual, you are an instrument in my hand, equipped by me to bring light into the darkest places. I will not teach you through fear, but through awareness. I have given you authority, a power that does not come from man but from my spirit, which resides and moves within you. You carry within you my spirit, the one who raised the dead, opened the eyes of the blind, and healed the sick. Now I'm calling you to use that power, my beloved child. Time does not stand still, and every moment of hesitation gives the enemy another step forward. Seek me now. Do not wait until you feel ready, because I do not call the prepared. I prepare those I call. Those I call come to me as they are, with all their doubts, fears, and worries, and I turn them into strength and faith. Pray for that person, not just with words, but with a compassionate heart, knowing that I am listening and ready to act. Declare my protection over their life. Proclaim my promises that no weapon formed against them shall prosper. Proclaim that I am their unwavering stronghold and refuge in times of trouble. Speak my word over this situation. My light will pierce the darkness, and every lie the enemy has planted in their heart will be exposed by my truth. As my child watches me move, I will not only foil the enemy's plans, but I will also turn this situation into an opportunity for growth, for both you and them. I will transform this trial into something good. You will discover that by praying and obeying, you can change not just a situation, but a person's destiny. Do not allow the enemy to fool you into believing that your prayers have no power. You are my warrior, and when you rise in faith, every barrier will be broken, and every chain will be shattered. Let me use you as a tool of healing and deliverance. Allow me to work through you so that my light may shine through you to reach lost souls. By calling upon me, you are not just protecting someone from danger. You are learning how to become a bearer of my light and love. Every prayer you lift to me carries weight in the spiritual realm. You are not alone in this fight. I am with you, supporting you, encouraging you, and giving you the courage you need to face this moment. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You are my chosen one, and I will work wonders through you, my dear child. Many of you go about your daily lives unaware that your actions have an impact on others. You may believe that your choices are trivial, transient, and have no lasting impact on the world. But the truth is far deeper. Every action and every word you speak has an innate power that affects the world around you in ways invisible to the human eye. You may never fully understand the extent of this power's influence. A small word of encouragement can become a source of hope for someone in their darkest days. A kind gesture, a compassionate glance, a silent prayer, these are never meaningless. They are part of someone else's story, just as they are part of yours. My child, your influence is not limited to the people you know. Your life, your presence, and your influence all have purpose. You were created with a purpose far beyond what you can see right now. You are the salt of the earth, the light in a dark world. You are the one who brings my love and hope to those in need. Even a single drop of water can ripple across a lake's entire surface. Even a tiny seed, sown in good soil, can grow into a mighty tree that provides shade to many. Live with the knowledge that you are connected to everyone around you. Let my love flow through you. Know that everything you do, no matter how small, reflects my light and my mercy. When you begin to see life through this lens, you will realize that everything has meaning. The challenges you face will no longer feel like burdens, but will become lessons that help you grow. Each day will no longer feel like a series of pointless hours, but a journey full of purpose, where you live out love and exalt me. You are my beloved child, and I have given you all you need. Stand firm, walk in faith, and let your light shine. I urge you to live a wise life by pausing before speaking and carefully considering every action you take. Don't let your words turn into unseen javelins that hurt other people. Instead, let each word you speak be filled with kindness and wisdom. You cannot live as though you are the only person in the world. Everyone you meet, whether familiar or a stranger, is my child, a soul I genuinely love and care for. Their presence in your life is not by accident, but rather a part of the perfect plan I have laid out since the beginning of time. Act with clear intention to heal and encourage others, not just to achieve your personal goals, but to bring positive value to those around you. To become a light in this dark world, dear child, every relationship you have is not only a part of your life, but also a step toward your personal development and a deeper comprehension of my love. When you love others with genuine, unconditional affection, you not only aid in their healing, but also heal yourself. Love is not just something you give, it is a flow that comes back to your heart, softening it, filling it with compassion, and bringing it closer to me. Keep in mind that no encounter is pointless. Even short conversations can bring you and others closer to me. I call you to love with all your heart. Do not save your love only for people you are comfortable with or familiar with. Open your arms to everyone I put on your path, because true love knows no bounds. You never know who is going through a difficult time they cannot share, who needs a word of encouragement, or who is waiting for a small sign that they are not alone on this journey. A simple smile, a word of encouragement, or just listening with sincerity can change someone's day, or even their life. I created you to live in community, not to isolate yourself. You were born to connect with love and to be a part of a picture much bigger than your personal life. You are called to love not just when it is convenient, but also when it is difficult. Not just when it is easy, but also when it is challenging. Not only do you need to love those who love you, but you also need to love those who cannot or do not know how to love you in return. See each person you encounter as a priceless gift from God, teaching you important lessons: patience, compassion, forgiveness, or the joy of genuine connection. I have placed them in your life, not by accident, but to help you become the best version of yourself. Remember that love and compassion are never wasted. Every act of kindness you perform is documented in the spiritual realm. Even if you don't see results right away, have faith that the seeds of love you plant today will blossom when the time is right. Don't give up if you don't see change immediately. I am working in other people's hearts through you in ways you cannot see, my dear child. I call you to live a life of gratitude and humility, to be grateful for every day you are given, and to accept that you are not the center of the universe. Rather, you are an essential part of my grand plan. Your value lies not in your actions, but in who you are, my child. You are loved unconditionally and never abandoned. Every step you take on this journey matters, not just for you, but for those around you. When you choose to walk in love and let kindness and patience guide your every word and action, you represent my heart to the world. You become a mirror of my light, shining into the darkest corners of other people's lives, bringing healing and hope. However, when you act selfishly and allow fleeting cravings and temporary passions to rule your thoughts and emotions, you distort my image and conceal the light I have placed within you. This is not just a simple choice. It is a burden you bear because it hurts not only others but also yourself. I do not take it lightly when you allow the darkness of selfishness to dictate your actions. Each time you choose that path, you pull yourself away from the abundant life I have planned for you. The world tells you to put yourself first and take whatever you want, regardless of the consequences. But my child, that path leads to destruction. It does not bring true fulfillment. I know it is not easy. I understand that the world constantly tries to pull you away from the light. Society praises selfishness, glorifies putting oneself above all else, and encourages the pursuit of personal happiness, even at the expense of others. But the more you pursue self-centered goals, the further you stray from who you truly are and from the purpose I have for you. I did not create you to live for yourself alone. You are part of a grand design, meant to bring light, hope, and healing to those around you. Do not let the world define you. Do not allow external voices to obscure the truth about you. The enemy wants you to believe that your choices do not matter, that no one cares what you do. But, my child, every decision you make has consequences, either positive or negative. Every choice moves you forward or backward on the path to your destiny. You are not defined by the world's opinions, by your failures, mistakes, or fleeting desires. You are my child, created in my image, called to live a life full of meaning and purpose. I have given you free will, not so you may lose yourself in the world, but so you may choose the path of light and love with understanding. When you choose love, you change lives, including your own. When you live for others, you draw closer to the purpose and fulfillment I have prepared for you. Your life will have a greater impact than you can imagine. Every act of love, every moment of forgiveness, and every time you put others before yourself sends ripples of goodness into the world. Live knowing that your life is not just for you. You are called to love, not only the easy ones, but also the difficult ones. To forgive, even when it is hard. To walk in the light, even when the world is full of darkness. You will find that when you live this way, your life will be richer and more complete. You will experience a deep joy, knowing you are walking in the purpose I have set before you. Do not let past mistakes define you. Instead, allow me to use them as a testament to transformation and the power of forgiveness. Reflect on your journey. Consider how you have impacted those around you. Have you brought joy and hope? Have you offered comfort and encouragement? Have your words and actions ever caused pain? If so, bring it all to me. Do not let regret weigh you down. I am here to release you from that burden. I will cleanse you, heal you, and restore you. I do not shame you for your mistakes. I love you through them. I will heal the wounds in your heart, even the ones you have been afraid to face. But I am not finished with you yet. I want you to live fully, with love, joy, and peace. You do not need to be perfect to be loved. You only need to open your heart to me. Come closer, my dear child. Find peace in my presence. Surrender your burdens, your worries, and your fears. Let me replace them with my love, my peace, and my wisdom. I invite you now to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let your heart be still before me. Lord, I come before you with a humble heart. Please open my eyes to see clearly. Forgive me for my mistakes and help me to restore what has been broken. Guide my words and actions so that I may be a light to others. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen.